And welcome to the Innovia Conversation. I'm Steve Waltz.
And I'm Jeff Pergolski.
And Jeff, today we're in the wonderful month of December, coming on year end.
Woohoo! 2023, almost in the books. Scary to think that I think a week from today is the last work day before Christmas, right?
Yeah, it's coming up, and we haven't done a podcast for a while, and it's that time of year to kind of do a recap potpourri type of podcast. So we got a list of 112 things. We'll cut it down to 7 maybe.
Yeah, let's whittle our list down a little bit to things that we found exciting, interesting, important in the Dynamics channel, probably maybe even particular to our company, Innovia, and things that have been going on. So I guess I will start by asking you a question. So, what was your what do you think was the most memorable moment of your 2023? It doesn't have to be podcast related, but what do you think was the coolest thing about 2023?
See, outside the Bears trading the first pick of the draft, which they'll have again, I would say Microsoft or work related. We had going to the customer conference and the Doug meeting, the back-to-back one in Arizona, was pretty cool.
Yep, that's on my list.
But I think the whole thing that's been really intriguing to me is this AI thing, right? Mm-hmm. The Copilot, just just this where technology is going, and especially in the Microsoft channel. It's almost like I feel like I need to dig even deeper into those type of things. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I'm surprised that you went in a software direction there, but I think that maybe I'm rubbing off on you as a nerd. I think absolutely in terms of just the overall ERP space, specifically Microsoft, how they've been able to start putting laying the foundation for that artificial intelligence and machine learning to start making their ERP solution even more powerful. Having it plugged in and connected to all of the different Microsoft 365 solutions. So our team, from our Teams meetings to email, measuring email sentiment, and then leveraging that against our Dynamics 365 for sales and Business Central. I think that's all really cool stuff. And from what I'm seeing, that would also be on my list for what I'm most looking forward to in 2024 as those technologies continue to evolve. And at some point, I think they'll probably maybe you and I will be replaced in our podcast by some artificial intelligence that's better looking and wittier than both of us.
Yeah, I also learned that they had that security. I'm trying to think of the group. It was a C5 that did that thing on security. How they could steal us off the video and use our voice and basically make us do whatever we. So hopefully somebody that's that smart will do a better job, right?
That's right. That would be interesting to see what I continuing that conversation, it's sort of just speaking to the way that that technology is evolving. I've got a friend's son who runs a business, and he is 21 years old, and so he's started his second business, and he's a pretty successful guy for his age. But I noticed he was marketing his business on Instagram, and I saw some content from him, some ads, some posts on Instagram promoting his business, and they were a lot different in terms of language than what I'm used to from him. And so I saw him and I said, "Hey Blaine, I looked at, I saw those posts. You're really stepping up your marketing game." And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "You like those?" And I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Yeah, I just used AI to tell me to create a post that talked about my business." And he's like, and I just copied and pasted it in there. So this is like a 21-year-old kid that's
Wow.
leveraging that technology, the free version of it, to and then from there it went to him and a bunch of his friends were in the other room, and they were like having they were having AI create stories about the weird quirks of each one of them, about what kind of cars they like and why they do that, and they were actually using AI to have fun as well. So I think as that relates to our dynamic space, certainly anyone that's on the Microsoft 365 platform that wants to take advantage of Copilot and AI in the software, it's just going to go nuts in 2024, and I'm excited to see that. I have a feeling that the Microsoft engineers and the software developers are they're probably going to have to hire more people to keep updating the release notes as they add more functionality every time, because this thing is starting to snowball already. And I think that the fear of sort of, are they going to be able to do that in a controlled way? I mean, it's not in this space. I don't think that fear, what are we going to let AI take over our ERP eventually? Are we going to get that dream ERP system where it just says there's like 3 buttons, like make a little profit, make a lot of profit, or make no profit? I don't think we're anywhere near that, but that would probably be on the technology side, the top of my list. But on the other, on the non-technology side, I would say that the highlight of 2023 for me was our customer conference, along with Dynamics Con Live. Like that was, it was really cool to have those two events back to back in the same physical space, and I'm looking forward to that as well in 2024.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to go to Denver as well. And it's interesting. I remember. I think I brought up on an early podcast. I remember Jack Ma from Alibaba. He's this technology guru. He said, he really didn't say the word, the initials AI, but he did say where it's going is that there's going to be people that program the computers and tell the computers what to do, and those that are being told by the computers what to do. And you don't want to be in a second group. And it just really stood out, because what's kind of scary is like the younger generation, right? My wife's, Linda's a teacher, and it's like if you can just push a button or get it, it's taken away from you having the ability to think, to do it. Here's the answer, right? And the analytical skills, that we grew up with, how is that going to affect, right? And what long term, but it does if you use it right, because you think about it, Jeff, at the end of the day, when people make decisions, there's research out there that says, you have different parts of your brain, right? You have your defensive brain, you fight things off, then you have your rational brain, but you have your emotional. But but the research has still shown over the years that people make decisions like on gut feelings, because it feels right or doesn't feel right. Trust your gut, right? AI doesn't have that. But will it eventually? That's kind of scary, right? And but I do think it's going to be interesting for for our customers that are listening, and folks that are running ERP systems. I'm from the school that if you embrace it as an expense, it just runs my business. I want to run my financial. I want to run that. I get it. But if you have that mindset, it's an investment. Right, I'm going to put more resources into it to gain efficiency, but to get this AI technology, like you said, I could either push a button or do things. You have to embrace it, because if you don't and your competitors do, who has the advantage, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep, exactly. And I think that if we want to take a sidestep into the lane of some of the challenges of 2023, I'll put my licensing hat back on, and we can talk about like it. I still love licensing, and going back to the days at Innovia where I was selling exchange server licensing and CALs and all that stuff to on-prem solutions. Now having everything exist in the cloud and be subscription based, the changes that have come across from Microsoft in terms of initially their announcement of NCE SKUs and changing the commitment level that they were asking for from their customers and from our customers, and then now to ending all those legacy SKUs as of the end of this month, and putting people at their renewal dates onto the new NCE platform. Being a licensing guy hasn't been a happy place. Like, it seems like I'm always delivering news that is like, hey, good news and bad news. Good news is you can maintain your pricing on all of your licensing. Bad news is, in order to do that, you have to pay us up front per year. And that has been, a challenge for certain organizations. So excited to see what the licensing landscape is going to look like. A lot of the promo SKUs that customers are entitled to, and have, we've got most of our customers signed up for over the last 3 years. Some of those promos are expiring. Some of them are being extended. So I'm excited to see what changes happen in 2024, and hopefully they are ones that are more customer friendly. That's what I'm looking forward to. Anything in particular that you are looking forward to in 2024?
Well, I think, as far as growth-wise for the company, it's been, it's been another incredible year for Innovia. We have such great customers. We really do. And I think, you talked about delivering, the bad news, but the good news about that is that we're being proactive with our clients. Microsoft does what Microsoft does. And, based on, it was kind of a long, not a joke standing this year, but it was almost like, all right, we need to check to see what Microsoft's doing licensing today, right? Because they haven't done that, where it's just the changes are rapid and so forth. So what you guys do in licensing is very much appreciated. But I think I am looking forward to just a year of really trying to help clients, with our team, align with them and help them get to that next level, right? It's that change management piece that I really like, is those that want to embrace it and those that are interested in working with them. I always look forward to those conversations. Hey, tell me what it can really do. All right, how can I optimize this? How can I optimize that? So and our team is I think has done a phenomenal job of really trying to be good stewards and consultants for our clients to do that. So, and also that the Cubs will have a better season this year. So,
well, they maybe have a better manager. So, I expect.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did the Cubs steal your manager? I'm sorry. What they steal for $8 or $10 million a year? I can't remember. It was
not an inconsequential number. Yeah, and humbling year as a Packer fan. So we will see. Actually, that is something I'm looking forward to. Is January 7th Bears Packers game. I will be there with my daughters and a few cousins, and hopefully that's going to be something to look forward to. I think that. In terms of Innovia and what we have to look forward to in 2024, along with our customers, is I think that a continuous improvement in how we deliver services, and listening to Taylor, to Scott, to Gary, and Chad, like all the different areas of Innovia, and how we're constantly working to improve those areas to deliver better service, better projects. I think that's all exciting, and it must be super exciting for you, because it's just like, hey, you guys are going to work hard so that my job gets even easier. Thank you.
Exactly. But yeah, I think we had that meeting in the South Bend with the project managers and Gary's team, and that worked out well. It's bringing an organization together where, they're cross-functional teams working together for the optimum goal. Through the customer's eyes, how are we doing? How can we get better? And I think seeing that really go to the next level is kind of cool. Knowing next year we're going to, take it to, even further. So that is pretty exciting. So, Jeff, anything else you want to talk about here on the end of your podcast?
I think that I think I've covered. I think I've covered everything. I've got maybe the last topic I will ask, which is sort of maybe analogous to what we've already talked about. But what's on your Christmas wish list besides a better season for the Cubs?
Oh, wow, gosh, it's just as you get older, the ones that you love that are evolved into your life become even more important. So it's just spending time with family, right, and friends, and just staying cold another Christmas in Indiana. Mm. I got relatives down in Florida. They love sending me pictures when it's 75 degrees out at 10 o'clock in the morning. Right. Miss you.
Mm-hmm. I hear that. Been a pretty mild season thus far up here in Wisconsin, but we know that the cold weather is just around the corner. Well, so you don't have any. You don't have anything like cool sneakers or anything else that you want under the tree?
Oh,
wait! I have how about this? Like, I'm gonna challenge you live on the podcast to setting
my signal's breaking up here. But I'm sorry, what'd you say? I can't hear you.
Well, the rest of our listeners can hear this, but I'm going to challenge you that 2024. You are going to get your first Microsoft certification. So I will make it my personal mission to help you along on that path. We'll figure out. I'm sure that you probably could proctor the CRM exam. So maybe that'll be a D365 for sales certification for you.
Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Or what's the easiest one in Office? I'm sorry, I'm not going to take the easy route, Jeff. But I'm with you. I think it's time to get certified in something, right? So I'll only be 30 behind you.
It's 25 behind me. That's all right. If there's a chance. All right, I think I'm good. I'm good with 2023. It's been a great year, thanks to all 12 of our listeners, and as well as all of our customers and coworkers, I guess, that support us in this crazy podcast.
And we're looking forward. We'll have coming up in the next podcast. We're going to have our COO and talk about how our planning engagements work, and how to utilize those to take your ERP system to the next step. So we're looking forward to having Gary on there with us. So this podcast is over.